all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
And right now at 6, we have breaking news. A tentative deal has been reached that could avert a potentially disastrous freight railway strike.
The trial against conspiracy theorist Alex Jones continues. What prosecutors aim to prove during yesterday's hearing.
And we're going to have the latest details on a deadly shooting in East Hartford.
Good morning. Thanks so much for being with us this Thursday here at Fox 61 America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning to you. Yes, happy Thursday. Let's start with the forecast so you can plan your day in case you're headed out to the bus stop in the next hour or two. Matt Scott, I'm guessing the bus stop forecast is looking pretty good, right?
Pretty good? You're downplaying it. It's very good out there. It is cool, crisp, refreshing out there. It is definitely feeling like autumn a few days ahead of scheduled temperatures. They're bottoming out today. High numbers are going to struggle to get to 70 for some of you. They rebound quickly. The rain is on hold, and that's okay after 2 weeks worth of, a lot of rain in just a short amount of time. The drought information comes out later on today. The monitor, we'll see what it has to say. 63 in Hartford, 65 New Haven and Groton. Wind a little breezy out of the north and west, 5 to 15 miles an hour, but still nothing going on. Looking A-OK. High schoolers getting on the bus this hour. Sunny, 60, 70. I got no problems with this. Tell you where the numbers are going when the humidity's coming back. Does that bring rain in the weekend? The answer is all coming up. Here's Rachel Piscatelli with a look at the traffic.
Hey, first time. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
Good to see you. 6:01 here in the CTDOT Traffic Center. No incidents to report at this hour, which is nice to see. We are dealing with a couple of slowdowns, though, so we'll take you to an area on 91 southbound where there is some road work. There was some road work on the northbound side, too, but it looks like that has cleared for the morning commute. This is just out before, just after 691. So your drive times this morning, Cromwell to New Haven, it's 24 minutes. We'll take a peek in New Haven at 91 heading towards the I-95 interchange where volume is rather light. Tim, we'll send things back over to you.
Thank you. It's 6:02, and we do have breaking news from overnight. It appears that a tentative labor agreement has been reached for freight rail workers. That's according to President Biden. He released a statement earlier this morning calling the tentative agreement a win for rail workers by giving them better pay and working conditions. The agreement now heads to union members for a vote, and while that vote is being tallied, workers said they have agreed not to strike, in the interim at least. Now, as far as we know, starting today, Amtrak is still putting the brakes on all of its long-distance trains because of that possibility of that strike. Now, keep in mind, Amtrak wasn't part of the labor dispute at all, but it would have been affected by a strike because most of its rails outside the Northeast are on tracks that are owned and maintained by freight railroads. Amtrak said most travel in the Northeast corridor would not be affected since Amtrak owns those lines.
The trial against conspiracy theorist Alex Jones is set to continue this morning for day 3. A judge has already found Jones liable for defamation after repeatedly calling the Sandy Hook school shooting a hoax on his InfoWars radio show.
The jury in this trial is now going to determine exactly how much money they think Jones should pay the families of several victims and others. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is live in Waterbury with more. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, yesterday, Alex Jones was under the microscope, specifically his company and his motives. Jones, however, did not appear for a second day in a row. The prosecution shedding light on the history of Jones's lies, saying not only did he lie about Sandy Hook, he lied about other mass shootings and the pandemic, trying to profit from them all. Playing this clip from Jones in the courtroom.
When I've interviewed the cops, and the people that saw the feds plant the bombs in Oklahoma City, you saw them stage Fast and Furious. Folks, they staged Aurora, they staged Sandy Hook. The evidence is just overwhelming. And that's why I'm so desperate and freaked out. This is not fun. Getting up here telling you this, somebody's got to tell you the truth. Somebody's got to stand against these people.
The prosecution cited data to show Jones's audience grew after claiming Sandy Hook was a hoax and tried to show Jones misrepresented himself as a journalist to boost his credibility. Fox 61 has also learned all the money Jones made from cryptocurrency, advertising, and supplement sales were deposited in his personal bank account, not a company account. Again, this trial is all about a jury determining how much in damages Jones should pay the families of the victims. Now, this trial is expected to last around 4 weeks, and Jones himself is expected to testify sometime early next week. Coming up in the next hour, Brittany Paz, an attorney for InfoWars parent company, takes the stand. Live in Waterbury, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61 News.
All right, Lindsay, thanks so much. Yeah, we will check back throughout the morning. And Fox 61 is going to have continuing coverage for you of this defamation trial against Alex Jones. It's happening throughout the week for you. You can watch the court proceedings live streaming over on Fox 61 Plus. Now, Fox 61 Plus is available on Amazon Fire TV and Roku. Fox 61 Plus, live, local, always on.
We have developing news this morning in East Hartford. We're still working to learn more about a man who was shot and killed. We don't know his name as of yet. We do know, though, that he was found last night in the middle of a rather busy road right near Park Avenue and Garden Street. He was later pronounced dead at a hospital, and police have not named any suspects in that shooting as of yet. In Darien, state police said one man was shot to death while in a car that appeared to be traveling on I-95 south. It happened around 4 a.m. yesterday. They said they believe the car was somewhere between Bridgeport and Darien around that time when another car drove up alongside and the shooter opened fire. Troopers said 10 shell casings were found near the exit 16 on-ramp in Norwalk. And then they got a call that 3 people were hurt inside a car near Maple and Norton Avenues in Darien. Still no word this morning on who the shooter is.
New this morning out of Hampton, police say one person was robbed Tuesday afternoon while meeting up with someone that he thought was selling a car. Officers say the victim found the fake post on social media and was meeting up to buy it. That's when 2 suspects with masks reportedly approached the victim and then robbed the victim at gunpoint. Now, if you're looking to buy anything from someone on social media, say Facebook Marketplace, keep these safety tips in mind. Meet up in a public place. Great spot is a police station parking lot. Have a buddy with you. Bring someone along if you're buying or selling any items. Don't carry large amounts of cash or valuables with you. And if something seems off, trust your gut and just leave immediately. If you are robbed, call police as soon as you can.
Happening today in New Haven, the family of a man who became paralyzed while in police custody is going to hold a prayer vigil and give an update on his condition. We're talking about Randy Cox. Police arrested him back in June and then put him in the back of a transport van, but he got hurt when the driver abruptly stopped, leaving Cox paralyzed from the chest down. Randy was recently readmitted to the hospital due to complications from his injuries. So today's vigil for him is going to take place at noon outside New Haven City Hall.
A West Haven man is expected to be in court this morning after investigators say he made several bomb threats against the Bridgeport and Port Jefferson ferries. 31-year-old Trayvon Fidd was arrested Wednesday afternoon. Authorities say this is the second time he's made threats against both ferries just this month. Police say Fidd works for the company that runs the ferries. He works in food services at the Bridgeport Ferry Terminal. He is being held on $500,000 bond. And also happening today, a Portland horse trainer expected to appear in court. She's being charged with 20 counts of animal cruelty. An arrest warrant says Alexis Wall abused several horses while training them at White Birch Farm this past spring. She's accused of withholding food or water and tying the horses together for long periods of time. Wall was released on a $100,000 bond at the beginning of August. Well, coming up next, less than 2 months until Election Day, where the voters stand when it comes to the U.S. Senate race.
Also, it is fair season across our state. We'll tell you which towns are holding festivals starting today.
And remembrances continue for Queen Elizabeth II. We're going to have more on what people are doing right now to honor her legacy. Stay with us.